Good evening. My name is Johan. I'm a wine consultant at Rosendal Winery, and a big wine welcome to our first virtual wine tasting. And yes, I've got a special guest and very honorary guest, our prize winning winemaker, Therese de Beer, with us tonight, that will present 3 wines for us. So, and welcome to all our guests and people watching. And yes, let's go and taste some wine.
Great, thank you
Over
so much.
to you.
Thank you so much, Johan. Well, we've got 3 wines for you to taste tonight. They're the special wines that's in the tasting room pack for March that has been delivered to your homes. Our first wine is our Hilltop Sauvignon Blanc 2014. I'm going to pour it along. Let's get straight into it.
Nice and cold.
Nice and chilled. Okay, so when we start to taste, we always look at the color first.
Correct.
And this one has got a pale yellow color with almost like a green tint.
You want to say straw?
It's a little bit difficult in this light. Yeah, it is straw. It is strawish with a little bit of a green tint. On the nose, there's a lot of green fig. There's some gooseberries. A little bit of passion fruit, maybe some cut grass as well.
Very gentle. It's not your typical robust Sauvignon Blanc.
And also when I smell it now, there's a little bit of pawpaw on it, like papaya. And then on the taste.
Sorry, I already started.
You're a little bit thirsty. On the taste, lots of tropical fruit, and there's like a citrusy tinge to it, like a twang almost. Yeah. Which is very, very nice and refreshing.
Definitely, it's coming through. Actually, bigger than the nose at this stage.
Yes.
I found the nose a bit shy still, or quiet. I don't know how to describe that. But the taste is definitely coming through now for me.
Yeah, there's an interesting thing about this wine. It's a 2014 wine, so it was made last year. But it spent about 10 months on the fine lees.
Okay.
During that time, the palate developed a lot, but the nose is still a little bit quiet. So this wine is actually meant for aging a bit. It will probably be...
For how long, about 3 years?
Yes, I would say about 3 years. Then taste it. I always tell people, buy like 2 cases, and then 1 case you drink now, and the second case you drink a little bit later.
But I know you like your Sauvignon Blancs a bit older.
Yes. I really think that people drink their Sauvignons much too fast. Should age a little bit, get a little bit of more character.
Where's this from? What terroir?
This is from Stellenbosch. So it's more warm climate, more tropical flavors than you would get from, say, Walker Bay or the coastal areas. Yeah.
Definitely. After the little bit on the glass, the flavors are coming out beautiful. A food wine more than a sipper?
Definitely, because the acidity is also a little bit higher. So it will go very well with salads. It will go very well with things like goat's cheese. Goat's cheese, because goat's cheese acidity is a little bit higher. Okay. So it will go well with the acidity.
Because goat's cheese is difficult to present with white wine.
Yeah.
This will cut through that.
Yeah, definitely. So what do you think?
As I said, I was a bit surprised in the beginning of the shyness. To me, this is not a typical Sauvignon Blanc, but I can understand the subtlety of this wine. As you say, it's more of food wine. It's not your robust, in-your-face Sauvignon Blanc that you will get normally. It's definitely a more gentle approach, but a very classy affair, I think.
Complex. Yeah, great. Okay, great. Any questions from our audience? Nothing.
Well, I think they're all flabbergasted by the lovely wine.
Well, maybe they're eating the ghost cheese. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Oh, this is a very special one. This is a blend. It's our first white Rhone kind of blend. It's called Hvit. and it's a 2014. And Hvit means white in Norwegian. So
this is our first blend, and blends are and the whites are not the norm in South Africa. It's a new thing.
it is.
I think people are a bit surprised to get a white blend from us, but it's like any good wine that can be blended. It is so much better because it creates a different atmosphere. You must tell me more about the blends in this wine and why they are in the African.
Okay, so this is a combination of Chenin Blanc, Grenache Blanc, and Rosane. Grenache Blanc and Rosane are cultivars that's found in the Rhone Valley in France.
Okay, that's more the south or the east?
Yes, south.
Southeast, yes.
Yes. So, okay, let's start with the color. The color is a little bit darker than the Sauvignon Blanc. It's got like a golden
Yes.
hue almost. And the reason for this is the Rosane in the blend.
So there's no wood on this.
No wood. Rosane, when it ripens, it gets almost a rusty kind of color on the skins, and that translates into the wine later. On the nose, it's a lot of things like spring flowers.
Yeah, very floral.
Yes, very floral. Verbena spice. There's also some like white peaches.
I found this much more forthcoming. And apricot.
Yes.
Apricot?
And you get the apricot definitely on the taste as well.
Okay.
It's like a kind of a honeyed apricot. There's some pineapple and some like golden delicious apples.
This is gorgeous.
It is so refreshing, but still it's got lots of depth as well.
And it's not clingy. It actually, but it fills your mouth, but it just goes smoothly and
yes, the
tickles your buds.
The acid is very gentle. So that's what makes this wine so unique. This is an absolute food wine, great with curried like fragrant curries,
but light curries, not
yes,
very rich.
and also shellfish, scallops, and the sweeter kind of meat of crab and
but Therese, you make we make our white wines are very low in acid.
Yes.
We concentrate on that.
Yes, because our customers prefer it that way, I think. And yeah, it's not about making a wine to suit us. It's about getting the fine balance in a wine as well. So I try to get the balance in the wine where the acid balances nicely with the flavors, so that you get an overall good experience of the wine.
Are they all from the same area?
They're not. The Chenin Blanc and the Grenache Blanc was sourced from Wellington, grapes from Wellington, and the Rosane were from Walker Bay. So,
so it's a nice combination of cultivars.
Especially, the terroir.
And terroir.
No, definitely.
And this is beautiful, thank you.
And the grapes were fermented at very cold temperatures, and they were fermented separately, and then they were blended. So that also gives it a little bit of a nice edge on the winemaker's side.
I've got a nice oiliness on this.
Yes.
There's definitely almost like towards a Riesling in a way. That
yes,
feel.
that's a kind of wine that if you don't.
If people like Riesling,
yes,
they will like this as well. Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Right.
Wonderful.
Any questions? Nothing? Just check maybe somebody is. Nothing?
Nothing.
Very, very shy. Okay. Our last one is our Hilltop Merlot. Now, Rosendal is renowned for making good Merlots, and this one is no exception.
Love the sound of it.
Okay, so this is quite a dark wine, but it's got a brick rim red.
I was going to say, very brickish.
Brick red rim, and that's very typical of Merlot, because Merlot has always got an orange color in its color profile.
So it's not the age in this that makes it a brick.
No.
It's the Merlot cultivar that gives it.
It's
like with the Shiraz being the purple.
Yes.
I see in Cab more the
blackish.
Dark black.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. Okay. And what year is this?
This is a 2012, so it's a wine that has spent 24 months in wood, so it's quite serious. It's a serious wine. It's going to benefit a lot with maturation.
Okay.
So yes, and for those of us that do not have a wine cellar at home, the best place to store your wine, if you don't know where to store it, is in your cupboard, in the bottom of your cupboard, because that's where the least temperature fluctuations are present. So that's the one thing about wine. You want to make sure that there's not a lot of temperature fluctuation, so constant temperature and no sunlight. So it must be dark.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so on the nose,
pencil shavings.
yes, there's a little bit of earthy tones there as well, and then the mulberries come through.
Obviously, the fruit of the Merlot.
Yes, yes.
Cassis, I've got a little bit as well.
Yes.
Am I right? You must say if I'm wrong.
No, you're never wrong, because that is what's so wonderful about wine tasting, is you form your own. You know, your palate. Your palate is your sense of taste. It's what you're used to. It's the flavors that you know. Yeah. And the more you taste wine, the more flavors you get.
What you relate to in real day-to-day life.
Precisely.
Okay.
So if somebody asks you if it's a good wine, you say, well, let me taste it so that I can judge for myself. Because it doesn't matter if 100 people say it's a good wine, but you don't like it, then it doesn't matter. Because best wine is wine in a glass that you like.
Okay, let's taste this. I can't wait.
Okay, there's definitely some black fruits on the palate. There's also some savoriness, like almost black olives.
Yeah, I'm not going to say marmite, but it moves towards, as you say, savory.
Almost like a saltiness.
The salt in it.
Yes. Also, the tannins are quite grippy still.
And from Merlot, to me, that is quite present, but not overpowering. So, but you know there's longevity in this wine. You can taste it.
Yeah.
This definitely can last for quite a while.
Yeah.
And mature.
Yes.
And better, as you say, the potential of this wine to mature.
And if you're a little bit impatient and you want this wine to develop a little bit more faster, you can always decant it before the time, about an hour. Don't just open the bottle and leave it to breathe, because that's a myth. You have to incorporate some air in it. It's not really necessary, because the thing with this wine is you keep it in your glass and you sip it. So it gets time to open up a bit while it's in your glass. An interesting thing about that as well, like I've had this question, people ask me this question, like how long can you keep a wine when it's open? When it's open, you know, you have to drink
white wine or red wine. Are they different in it?
Yes, no, definitely. Okay. With younger wines, especially with white wines, which are younger, there's still a lot of carbon dioxide in the wine itself. Okay. So if you open a wine, it will actually stay fresh for about 2 days in the fridge.
Open, like completely open?
Yes, you just cork it.
Oh, you can put a cork in.
Yes, but when it's on ullage, when it's like half.
I see.
So, and it's the same with a red wine. A red wine actually benefits a little bit from, especially a younger wine. Mm-hmm. But if you get older wines, the carbon dioxide has evaporated from the wines, so there's no like natural preservative in it to keep the oxygen at bay. Okay. So I 3 years and older. When you drink it, when you open it, you drink it the same day.
Okay. Well, you can't not finish this bottle. And what food are we going to do with this?
We are doing lamb with it. We are doing roasts with it.
So it's a winter wine, more winter wine, a winter food wine?
Classic, classic.
But I will do this on my own. And I'm not a huge Merlot fan, I must say, but this is gorgeous. Beautiful.
I'm glad you.
And I'm still interested, intrigued by the color on this. And thank you for that knowledge about the color of the brickish color of Merlot. It's a point that I know. Thank you.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for having me, and
Yes.
thank you everybody for tuning in.
Question from the audience.
Yes,
The food with the beet.
the Hvit. Definitely good with light fragrant curries, like Thai curry, but not too spicy, more fragrant. Indian curries also
Yeah.
work well,
Yeah.
like a korma curry, and chicken, not beef, and then chicken and beef, and then also seafood. It will work very well with seafood, like maybe like a prawn cocktail, like a crab cakes. Crab
Okay.
cakes will also work
Seafood
well.
and then there's a little bit of spiciness.
Mm,
Okay.
right.
Thank you for the audience that joined us tonight for our first time ever tasting online. It was big excitement for us to present this to you, and hopefully we'll do it soon after all the positive reaction from you guys. And enjoy your wine. And I say thank you to Teresa again for her expert knowledge in this regard. And good night and have a good evening.
Cheers.
Cheers.